Yeah, I made one heck of a mess in here. That's all right. You know, I really hesitated in doing this video and entitling it the way I did. But I promise you, I'm a very private person. And I see some of the things that people post on social media platforms, and I just think to myself, oh my gosh, it's just not the way I was raised. I mean, my parents, they used to have a saying that whatever goes on in this house stays in this house. I don't know why nothing ever happened. Very common, boring house, but the point was privacy. But I felt that there's got to be other people that are in my shoes. You know, health, you know the old saying, everybody takes it for granted? Yeah, you do. I know I sure did. I thought I was invincible. And come to find out, I'm not. Hey, if you enjoy our videos, we sure would appreciate a thumbs up. And to those of you that have subscribed, thank you so much. Hey, if you've subscribed in the past, please just check and make sure that you're still subscribed. Thank you so much. So what I like to do is to soap it, pressure wash it, and you can see now I just put another coat of soap on it. Gonna let that set a little bit. You know, again, this is not something that I do every time throughout the year. This is to put the equipment to bed, and so that when I get it out in the spring, all the maintenance is done, it's perfectly clean, and I'm ready to go and do a lot of jobs this coming spring, hopefully. So let's keep going. This took about 2 ounces of this material. That's it. So very inexpensive to use. Hey, by the way, a little later on, as long as I'm pressure washing, I'm going to go ahead and pressure wash the house. And I'm also going to test a couple different soaps, including this one. I'm anxious to see how this soap works on the house versus a standard siding soap that I got from Lowe's. Be interesting to see that. That'll be a little later on. So again, all I'm trying to do is just to prevent some rust. You know, I'm not painting the Mona Lisa here. Just trying to take care of the equipment and prevent some rust. All right, so on my tiller, you have a drain, you have a level or to determine how much oil you have or don't have, and then you've got the fill spout. So this, on mine, it's a 24 millimeter wrench, and one of two things should happen. Either oil should come out of this or not. If it doesn't, I need to add it until it does just start coming out of the gearbox. And it's coming out, so I'm good. Not going to change it. I use this quite a bit this year, but not enough to change it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rust-proof underneath. Again, this is LPS 3. Sorry for the noise, but the compressor's got to run for this. So Tractor Time with Tim saved my life. That's what I called this video. I struggled with that. I did not want it to be perceived as clickbait, but the fact is true. Now, he didn't save me from a burning building or push me out of the way of an oncoming train, but what he did was provide motivation for me. Back coming out of the pandemic, I was diagnosed with cancer and went through a couple years of treatment, and I'm doing good, thank God for that, but cancer really saps your energy and sometimes your fight. Coming out of the treatment, I was then diagnosed with Crohn's disease, which kind of finished me off. And then this past summer, I had 3 different surgeries. I talked about it a little bit in the videos. I'm not looking for any sympathy. I don't want anybody to whine for me. But, I'm not 25 years old anymore. I don't have the zeal and the fight that I once did. But I'm not ready to give up. At least not now, I'm not. But a couple years ago, I'm going to tell you what. If I was not doing these videos for you guys, if Tim had not introduced me to the tractor world, I know exactly what I'd be doing. I'd be sitting on a chair. I'd be 20 pounds heavier. I just didn't have a lot of motivation with life at that point. It's affected the way I work, what I do for a living. It's affected everything. I had a BX that I bought 6-7 years ago. Kubota BX, love the little tractor. Used it for snow plowing, cutting the grass, different things around the property. And then my son-in-law Mike came to visit with my daughter and my grandkids, and he introduced me to YouTube. Now, I'd used YouTube like everybody else. If I wanted to fix something, I'd look it up, but I really never watched it as a channel. And he programmed our big screen TV so that I was able to do that, and kind of stumbled on Tractor Time with Tim. And we all know how Tim loves his 1025R. And the more I got to learn about that tractor, so did I. And also realized that I could use my tractor for some side work to make some extra cash. One thing led to another. And I ended up going out, trading the BX, getting a 1025R. I've since then got the 2038R. Matter of fact, I consulted with Tim on that because I was considering the 2032, and he talked me into the 2038R, and thank you, Tim. So, yeah, did Tim save me from a burning building? No. But he and his beautiful wife, Christy, got me into the tractor world and changed my life. Here's how. When I get up in the morning, often I don't have a lot of motivation. Matter of fact, the video you're watching now is a 2-day video. This is the second day, and I kind of made every excuse in the world not to do the video, but I love doing them. I really do. I love being with you guys, and it gives me the motivation to get out here and do some work and try to make a decent video. Now, the reason I did this is because there's got to be other guys and girls out there in the same situation. Maybe they've lost their zeal for life. They've lost their fight. My recommendation is find something that you're passionate about. Passion can overcome laziness or lack of motivation. It really can. And the reason I'm so sure about what I would be doing today without the tractor world is that I don't have a lot of passions other than my family. I mean, I like playing golf. I'm not passionate about it. I like playing the guitar. Somewhat passionate about it. My whole life growing up as a young person was sports. Well, I'm not going to the NFL anytime soon. And I played sports. I coached sports. That's kind of out of my life right now. So maybe I was lacking some worldly passion. And it's not just Tim, to be honest with you. Mike Morgan, Outdoors with the Morgans. If you have not watched that channel and you're watching this one, that means you love the outdoor world, the tractor world, the equipment world. You'll find none better than Mike Morgan. Mike's a little younger than me. Everybody's younger than me. But seeing his work ethic, seeing his relationship with his family, it fills my heart and it gives me motivation. I would highly recommend Outdoors with the Morgans. Thank you, Mike Morgan. Thank you, Christy and Tim Marks. Thank you, because it's ultimately you. If you guys weren't watching our videos, I wouldn't be doing them anymore. Thank you for that. All right, let's get on now. I want to show you something. This is one of the nice things about having a quick hitch. It is quick and it is easy. So the next thing I want to do are the forks. You might say, the forks? Why the forks? Well, if nothing else, I want them pressure washed. I'm going to grease the little locks up on the top. And by the way, this foam cannon is adjustable as far as the amount of soap that comes out and also the pattern. All right, and again, not painting the Mona Lisa, just going to try to stop some rust. This is John Deere green. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the tractor and work on it on the quick hitch, because this is going to stay on the tractor for winter time because I use it for snow plowing. All right, so as far as the box blade goes, not a lot to do. Going to pressure wash it, going to touch up the paint. Really not much else to do. I use this to back drag snow in the winter, so this is going to stay on the tractor. While I'm doing this, I'm going to also hit the quick hitch and get it cleaned up as well. So let's get the foam cannon. I'll tell you what, you can just see the thickness in this soap.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Really foams up good. Well, obviously the gouges are still going to be there, but it's going to do two things. It's going to keep it from rusting somewhat, and it's going to also make it easier for the snow to shed. I do spray a product on here, which I'll go over with you guys prior to doing the first snow plowing, which also aids in it shedding. So, hey, you know what? If nothing else too, it looks better. Makes me feel like I'm taking care of my equipment. All right, let's move on. All right, we're going to do a little quick experiment. I told you before, I got to pressure wash the house. I normally do it every year. I didn't this year. And this is what I've been using, as I've told you in the videos, with the foam cannon to clean the vehicles. This might not be a totally accurate comparison because this is what I got from Lowe's, and it's made for house and siding, which means it's probably got some type of mildew kill in there. This probably doesn't. These people do make an exterior one. That would probably be a more accurate comparison. But I'm going to use the foam cannon versus the built-in soap system in the pressure washer. I'm going to divide the house, and let's do one half, do the other. Let's see which one works better. Why not? All right, so I'm going to take that area above the windows, kind of divide it in half, and let's see what kind of results we need. Like I said, I'm going to go right between the windows and down to the other windows. It seems like the mildew is pretty equally as nasty. Let's see what happens. All right, so first is the foam cannon and its product. All right, we'll let that set a little bit. Next, now I am going to hook up the, or rather utilize the soap built into the container in the pressure washer. And also, this will show you the difference in how this soap comes out too. So this is the house and siding soap from Lowe's. Now, if this has bleach built in, we should see it start to react. So it turned out good, yeah. But the way I got it to turn out good was filling about a third of the foam cannon with bleach, and it worked fantastic.